Way too loud. Here we go. We are live. We are live. Let's go over to RSG OTC where we are both here. What's going on, everyone? Hello, welcome. It is a little different on the screen as you see here, and we actually marked that it's episode 51. Finally made it past the 50 mark. We're here. I would say the other part, but it would be funny in a comedy. But like, okay, see, back in the day, comedies used to be able to be funny. To say like, we're here, we're queer. Wait, that didn't go right. And that used to be like a funny kind of joke, because but I guess it's not anymore. Anyways, so we've got a lot to talk about today. RSG, OTC, off the cuff for those who don't know, we got man tooth right over there. Bam, that's how you get clow. Just point right at him on the screen, and magically, the way I have my camera set up, points right to him. So it's like, firing over. Anyways, so what are we going to get into today? Well, not last episode, the episode before last, we got into is GoPro worth it? And you went on the whole thing of you think GoPro is still worth it. Now, after you've taken some looks at a lot of these action cameras, they're getting a little tough to really support. Now, I wouldn't say support, but to see how they're even keeping afloat without being like next level. Like their action cams aren't next level, other than the fact that you don't need a casing for them. That's the next level side of it. So, what do you think?
I still think they are the camera to beat.
They're the camera to beat, of course. It's the camera to beat. But
the thing with them, though, is you have like these other things like that will compete with them. But with those, you still have to do some post processing. You still have to do some editing. You have to have some know-how with them and tweaks and all that. The thing that the GoPro is brilliant at is now they have their feature where you do your little movie shoot or whatever you're shooting out, and it'll automatically come in and edit it out for you and change it to where it thinks it needs to be. And you can make small little tweaks right there on your phone. Really, really easy.
That is pretty cool. It does have a cool app thing like that. I give you that.
That's the thing is it's not only is it waterproof without the case, but you have ease of use for people that aren't hardcore video editors. So it's like the Apple of the action camera world.
I guess you could say that. Where I will say, and you got to remember it's water resistant. Anyways, I do like it. It's just the price, and man, that 8-man 4K being $55, that's stupid cheap. You said you were getting one of those Yi 4K Plus for like 130 or something crazy, stupid cheap. Like
$200 off its normal price, and it's same specs as the GoPro Hero 6. And I was watching a couple side by sides on it, and the Hero 6 shows a lot more contrast. They make the colors a lot more vivid on it while you're watching it, but the detail and clarity is won out by the Yi. You can actually see the individual grass. At one point, he's going through a flock of geese, pissing them off, making them fly away, and you could see the tail feathers are a little bit blurred on that GoPro.
Right.
But on the Yi, you could see definitive ridging and flaws in the tail feathers.
And that's the thing, and it's a fraction of the price. And that's where I was saying that GoPro really needs to pull something out of their hat big time. And I'll tell you what, they lost. And I'll tell you why. I saw recently, and I don't know if it's called the Revlo cam or something like that. Holy shit, dude. It's revolutionary. It's revolutionary. No need for a gimbal anymore. Gimbal's done. Don't need it. Thing is like this freaking big, dude. And it's a 360 camera that works legit awesome. They were showing it like it's insane. It's next level. And that's where GoPro should have been.
That's the other thing though too, from the videos I've seen, the GoPro has better stabilization. For people that are walking on uneven surfaces and things like that, it has a better stabilization than the other ones I've seen. So GoPro also has better.
It is in that sense, but now it is no longer. It lost because what this 360 camera it can act as with the gimbal is, remember it's got a free floating whole pivot point where none of the others do. So it's got a whole free floating point, even to the point where it can look behind you. Okay, literally it's gonna, like, while it's recording, you'll see it like boom, and do this shit and go behind you and go around, and I'm like mind blown, and it looks amazing. Let me see, what was it called? New 360 action cam. What was this one called? The Rilo. Dude, I'm just saying, man. The Rilo is blowing my mind. There it is. Okay. If you like go to the site, watch the thing. It's a powerful little 360 cam, and I mean, I'm just blown away. I just can't believe it costs the money it does. It does. I understand this. It does cost a lot of money. It's like almost $400. But what is that compared to a GoPro? I'll take that any day over a GoPro. Any day. Something that I could just right on me. It's small and can look all directions and be high quality.
Huh? The GoPro's 360 camera, I saw it today, is $700, and it's rated as shit. Basically, it had about 3.5 out of 5 stars for a $700 piece. You would think it could do better than 3.5 stars.
And that's where I was getting into is GoPro has hit a level that's kind of annoying. It's like, we're too good to charge cheap. I don't know. You could bring those prices down. I'm pretty sure if you brought them down, you'd increase your profit margin. Because if they brought those prices down, I'd be quicker to buy their shit instead of looking for these other ones. And then they can do it. They can. That's the thing that drives me nuts. Is there's everyone else doing it. They can do it. And if they did, they would win a lot more people than sitting there charging $400 or $500. It's like an old business model. Charge low and get high. It's like, okay, yeah, you got 20 people to buy at this high price, but you got 20,000 people to buy at this low price. So what was the point? I would rather take the 20,000 people and got my market all over the place.
Also, that's where Walmart came in success, because they had the margins. They had so many stores and so much of a margin that they could undercut everybody else, because if they only charged a nickel over on this one item, they were selling hundreds of thousands of them across their stores. So they were making up more than what, like, say, Target was making on the same item, upcharging, let's just say, 50 cents on it.
Right.
So you can undercut the hell out of everything, and people are going to go to the cheaper point because they're getting, obviously, a better price. And that's why Walmart is so successful.
No, yeah, and that's the thing, like I'm saying here, is, GoPro is kind of falling down a bit in their stocks and everything. And I think part of that is because of them being, I don't know if you want to call it greedy, but what else do you really call it? They really could just cut some of their costs and have more people buy their shit. But I'm telling you, that Rilo cam, I want it. I want it like nobody's business. If I get a couple good commissions, I might just get the damn thing. Because that's...
And how much is it?
I think... well, I'm right here. Why not just... I just want to buy it. Details. Meet new product. Hi, Rilo. I want to buy it. There's the shop. Buy now. There we go. Where are you? Where are you? I just said to buy it. For Rilo for Android? Okay. Add to cart, maybe? Okay, look. It's $500. It is. There's one for Android and one for iPhone. I don't get why there's a difference.
See, that will hurt it immensely when it doesn't have dual capabilities in the one unit.
Yeah, I don't know why.
You have your buddies like I got the iPhone, you got the Android, and say I have the same camera right there, and you want to upload for your YouTube, and I want to upload for my own personal use. but mine's the iPhone model, so you can't. So I have to go then put it in my iPhone and find a way to put it through the computer, get on the mini SD, hand it over to you. You transfer it over. That's a huge pain in the ass. That would be.
I'm not
a killer.
exactly sure if it's, I'll be honest. I think it might just be the site. So Rilo for iPhone, you're good to go, and then Rilo for Android, I think you click, and then you have to just make sure it's compatible with your phone. So if it's compatible with your phone, then I think it's fine. I think it can be used for both. I'd have to look into that. Now, what does it come with accessory wise? I see it comes with a battery, a charge cable, protective pouch, an everyday case. But how does it hold on to you? That's where I'm completely lost on it. Like, okay, so there's bike mounts. There's hand mounts. So, okay, so its mount basically goes on GoPro mounts. That's cool. Everything, those universal GoPro mounts. Where do I have them? I just had it. Anyways.
3 fins.
Yeah, those little fin things. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so the little fin things that go in between. I think, like, here's one. There we go. Alright, yeah, so that whole fin kind of idea going on there. Yeah, I have to say, man, like, it's so universal when you can do these, when you can use things like this. Come on, go in there. Go in the hole. You shouldn't have a problem going in the hole. That's this problem. Okay. Anyways, no. Anyway, I think we're done with the action camera side of things. I think we've talked about it enough, but you get the. I just think it's getting a little tough to sit there and stick on GoPro's side with their cost when everything that's coming out is just beyond amazing, and they should have been the ones to be where Rilo is. Honestly, they should have been the ones where Rilo is. With an actual gimbal built into the unit, basically. That I would have paid $500 for any day. If I had the money, I'd get it right now. If anyone wants to hook me up with that, if you're watching the show, feel free. I know you're not watching the show. Who's ever going to hook me up with it? So, throwing that out there. Anyways. But no, that'll definitely be on my list of shit to get. But now let's go into our next thing. We're going to go to, here's another one. Call of Duty 4. Okay. Have you seen what that really is now?
Cash grab.
Yes. Exactly. It's 100% what it is. We got a cash grab of them sitting there going, you don't need a campaign. Nah, fuck off. You don't need a campaign. You need some fucking battle royale. We don't even need to put in the maps. Here's a big fucking open space and some other shit here. And there you go. Have at it, people.
Wait. They're not putting in a campaign.
No, there's no campaign.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. That was one of the few things I actually enjoyed. And it was kind of because you actually had a decent story, and it was fun to play through, and it was well thought out, and it was it was fun. And if nothing else, when you bought it and played the campaign first, it gave you the ability to learn the controls, learn the mechanics of the game, learn the weaponry, and play through it, and then you can go online. You wouldn't be such a potato trying to play.
But yep.
And the battle royale, I'm so sick of that shit. Fortnite sucks. I don't give a shit. Anybody says it sucks.
Tired of it, right?
PUBG,
Yeah.
We don't need any more of it. It's become the new zombie phase, and we don't need it. It just stopped.
Yep. No, it has become the zombie phase, and that's what I just wanted to. I just had to touch down on it. You know what I noticed? I haven't had the lights going on for the RSG. I should I light it up? I don't feel like stopping the show for that. You can all see what the hell it says back there. Damn it. Anyways, yeah, I just had to point that out. Battle Royale bullshit. Fucking so done with Call of Duty. Fuck you, Call of Duty. You can take that. Shove it up your ass. I know. Because there's a bunch of more. Oh my god, Battle Royale! Fucking retards. Anyway,
Although I
so
almost wonder, though, because of Fortnite being free and all the children loving Fortnite, I almost wonder if that in itself is going to stop people from spending $60, $90, whatever they charge for
I
the
hope so.
season
I hope
pass
so.
of
I hope
Call of
so. I
Duty.
hope Fortnite just destroys Call of Duty. Fuck them.
That'd be funny.
Just get out of there. That'd be hilarious. Thinking of games, though, there's something really awesome. We got a lot to talk about in the game side of things. Let's start with this. GTA 4 is at its 10-year anniversary. I know my roommate is playing that. Yes, 10 years. Crazy how it's gone so quick. But
Seems like yesterday.
I don't know if it was my favorite. It had a great storyline, but I don't know if it was one of my favorites. It was good. I still think that out of comedy, San Andreas, because that was just I don't have to really say much on that. That was just very, very hilarious. I forget what things it took parts from and stuff like that, but no, that was really funny. That was so stereotypical too. That was really fucked. That was a fucked game. But I think my favorite still had to be Vice City. Nothing beat its soundtrack and owning all those businesses, going around collecting your money, having all those different apartments. That was the shit, you know. The other games didn't really let you. You had, and it wasn't apartments; it was houses and condos. Okay, where you had in New York City one with 4, it was all apartments and condo related shit. It kind of sucked. You didn't have as much. And I saw that being played on like a nice 4K TV or whatever, and let me tell you, man, it looks like shit. Grand Theft Auto 4 looks like shit, like blurry as hell in so many places. What was your favorites on the GTA stuff?
My favorite what?
Your favorites on the GTA stuff?
Favorite what?
On the GTA stuff.
Oh, on it? Just like which one?
Like, yeah, what stuff do you... what were your favorite ones, and what were memorable things about GTA? Since we're talking about GTA 4's 10-year anniversary, what really stuck in your mind about maybe GTA 4? I mean, for GTA 4, really the only thing that stuck into my mind was the good story and the hilarious Russian bullshit with the brother.
Yeah, I mean that part was all right. I mean, it was a GTA. It was fun. It wasn't one that brought you back over and over again. I remember playing a lot of San Andreas, a whole lot of that one.
Yeah.
Remember that one, how you go to the gym and build yourself up, or if you kept eating all the fast food, you get fat as hell.
Yeah.
Things like that.
That was funny.
I kind of, at some point, liked having to get control of all the neighborhoods, but then started to hate it because you're trying to do something and you have to go back and defend it and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I hated that. Yeah, the turf wars.
But I liked having the great wide open and just having the one thing I hated was you had the jetpack, you didn't have a radio, which I hated.
Okay.
But being able to just cruise all around and all the way over somewhere else. And
yeah, there were a lot of fun things in there. The Harrier jet and shit like that. Yeah, there were a lot of fun things in there. It was very gimmicky, but it was great at the same time. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. I think it's pretty wild that we're already at a 10-year anniversary on that, right? It's crazy.
That's the other thing, too, is Grand Theft Auto 5. I think somebody told me it's 5 years old at this point.
Yeah,
I can't remember when it came out. But that one I really enjoyed. They put a lot into it. I really liked the characters. I found them relatable, especially like with Michael and all that. So it was fun playing that and seeing all the wide stories, and the map wasn't that big,
right?
But there's a lot of detail.
Yeah.
So I found that one enjoyable. What aggravated me is that, of course, online is usually successful. It's not my thing, but they kept and it's free DLCs, which is cool. But do something for the main game. Extend it out a little bit. Kind of do like a Grand Hurrah heist or something with the 3 guys, or just something.
Or maybe like an alternate. Like slightly altered story or something, but it is going on for quite a while now. So I definitely have to say that it has been going on for quite a while. But I still don't understand why things like San Andreas and Vice City and all that, we haven't gotten a remastered set or anything.
It's going on 5 years. September 17th, 2013 was Grand Theft Auto 5.
When was it?
September 17th of 2013.
Holy shit. Holy damn, man. Man, it's getting... Time is just flying. Flying. Thinking of time that's flying. Also, we got another thing coming along here. Metro Exodus. Okay. That has been delayed. But there's more gameplay coming at E3. But hell, remember when the first Metro came out? And now think. Metro Last Light is still one of the best benchmark games to run. That shit still uses a ton of power. It's still they all look like great games, and I just can't wait what Exodus is gonna bring. But yeah, there's gonna be more gameplay at E3. But man, that is a game that really, as old as the first one is, it still looks top notch. I have to say that. What do you feel when it comes to the Metro games?
Well, I read the book before the games came out.
I never have.
So it automatically kind of got my radar because the book was really good. Playing them, it was quite fun. It was one of those things. It was on rails, but they certainly made it hard. It was for one of them. It wasn't the sake of being stupid hard like the Dark Souls are, but it was challenging. You actually had to stop. You couldn't just run in and just start gunning everywhere. You had to think and had to act appropriately.
Oh yeah.
So a lot. And then of course, like you said, the graphics. You can turn it all the way down to potato level, or you can max the hell out of it if you got a machine that cost you thousands, and it worked well with everything. So it's definitely one of the best FPSs for computers.
Oh yeah, no, it is.
Great benchmark.
It is, and it's one that I really love the campaign in, and you can really tone up the difficulty. I think a lot of people get it all stuck in their head, like if you tone up the difficulty and things like that, that you're sitting there, cheating in a sense or being a bitch. But hey, I just want to be able to get through the game sometimes. I don't want to be so ridiculous. So I like that they let you tone it down, but I don't think they let you turn it back up. If you've turned it down, you can't turn it back up, I don't believe. But maybe you can. I can't remember. But I can't wait to see what Exodus brings along because I love the other one so much. But this all leads me into one of the biggest topics of tonight. Now, I don't know how many friends you have with medical conditions and mental conditions, not allowing them to really use their hands and stuff like that. So Microsoft has come out with something called the adaptive controller. So my friend with cerebral palsy could never play a game like Metro Last Light. He could never play Grand Theft Autos. He could never play all that because realistically only one hand worked. The other hand he could push with force of this hand like on a trigger. So he can like hold his hand here, the trigger will push against his thumb and he'll use it with the thing, and you see what I mean? But it's very ineffective. It's very ineffective. And he was so limited on games, all he ever could play is racing games. This is the next step in gaming. And one of the best things I've ever seen, one of the happiest things I've ever seen. I may not be disabled myself, but having friends directly that I hang out with directly affected by exactly what they show in this adaptive controller, I'm just so amazed. Now, the adaptive controller has pads and stuff that you work with on there, but there's also a bunch of ports to input for all shitloads of different switches, like chin switches, head switches, and like say you're in a wheelchair and you can't do too much, so you have a head switch. I mean, these people with disabilities conquer some amazing feats, absolutely amazing feats, and to know that Xbox has really done something about accommodating them, it not only warms my heart, but it's kind of amazing to see. It's something that I've watched affect a friend directly. Can now finally have games like Metro Last Light that he'll finally be able to fucking play. And all these amazing games that he's missed all these years because he can't use a controller. It's great, and that's the best I can say about it. I've seen people with way more disabled than him using it. And it just gives me hope that he's finally going to be able to enjoy a lot more games than a few racing titles.
That's definitely good. I'm glad something like that's out.
Yeah, I don't know why it took so long for a company to think of it, but hell yeah, Microsoft for finally doing it. Because not only is it great, but if anything, it's going to be next level in the amount of money that it's going to bring in. Next level. And nothing else has come out there like it. And I think a lot of things are going to follow in its footsteps. And I just can't wait to see what comes for the future for them. So, big imaginary round of applause for something that we've needed for years. And I'm glad that it's finally around and good to go. Little side note, weird ass thing. Hasbro trademarked the Play-Doh smell. Just thought that's pretty funny. I don't know what the fuck they'd want the Play-Doh smell trademarked for, but sure. It is now trademarked. Fuck it. It smells horrible. I feel like I'm getting high anytime I'm around Play-Doh. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they want it. Another quick one. Yanni or Laurel?
I don't know what the fuck you're even. I've seen a few things of that on Twitter.
There's a recording. It's supposed to either say Yanni or Laurel, depending on what pitch you hear. I heard Laurel. I have other friends say Yanni. I've got friends that say they listen to it on their phone, and it said Laurel. They listened to it on their computer, and it said Yanni. I haven't checked it. I should. I don't know. Regardless, maybe it has to do with the speaker that you have. Not sure. But it is happening, and it's kind of crazy. But yeah, I'm just gonna go with Laurel. You're gonna go with I don't know, and I have no fucking clue, and I don't care. We're gonna leave it at that. Here's another one for you though. This will go into what happened here. So, tornado hit New York, hit right here. Which is very awkward. We're in valleys. You don't really typically see a lot of tornadoes this way because the valleys usually break that up. But they were all over the place last week. Or was last week or the week before? I think last week. Yeah, they were all over the place this last week on Wednesday. I mean, that shit was scary. I thought my car was going away. My buzz rack still kept my bike on there. That was hilarious. I thought that was definitely going away, but no, it kept it. It was great. But yeah, that shit was like at least 100, 120 mile an hour winds. And my bike just stayed right through it. Like I said though, I really thought my car was going. As I drove past 2 feet behind me, a big ass pine tree fell, scared the living shit out of me. That would have killed me instantly. Then there was a road to the left that was blocked by trees. Then the road forward was blocked by power lines down. They're firing up everywhere. And then when I got past that, just because I said gung-ho, fuck it, we're going. I said, what's the worst that can happen? I guess the really worst that can happen is I burn up somehow. But I'm in a car that has wheels on the ground, rubber. I got rubber on my feet. Fuck it. Let's go. I just drove through it. It was fine. But then there was more trees. In the 7 minutes that storm came along, it did some devastating shit. It did some fucked up work. It might have been 5 minutes of lasting strength. And that shit just said, fuck you. Just through everything. It just ran through everything. Right on the highway, took trucks off. It had trucks on top of other trucks. It had freaking... It had straight up like trees just completely across the highway. What else? There was some other things that did. It ripped roofs completely off cars, off buildings and shit. Threw them across the street. It was just, everything was destroyed. I got friends that just got their power back yesterday, so they've been without power since freaking Wednesday. Yeah. It got really crazy over here. But that brings me into my next thing. Since we're talking about cars and being stuck in the middle of that, being scared, let's talk about a company that will no longer give you a car to be able to sit in unless you're buying a Mustang, and that's Ford. Ford no longer will be making any more cars, just
For the
SUVs.
Focus and Mustang.
Oh, they put it to the Focus now. I thought they were only doing the Mustang. So
No, the
they
Focus is way too popular for them to cut that. So they're keeping the Focus and the Mustang and then doing their crossovers.
that's what I
With the
thought.
Edge,
They weren't doing the
the,
Focus at
whatever
first.
else they got.
They weren't doing the Focus at first, I thought.
No, they can't cut it. It's too damn successful, especially over in like Europe. It's a huge car over
Yeah, that's why I'm lost. Hold on. Ford to stop selling cars. Let me just double check that. Because I'm almost positive that they said everything but the Mustang. Ford to stop selling every car in North America but the MOCA. Oh, yeah, wow. Mustang and Focus. When I first looked up the story, they literally just said the Mustang. That's pretty surprising. But anyways, still, they're cutting off everything and they're going to Crosstar. Which I don't get because everything's all in this, oh, we got high, gas price, craziness that everyone's in. But apparently crossovers and shit like that are the way to go. Yeah, look at that.
So that's the thing is we had the station wagons of the 70s. We had the beginnings of the minivans in the 80s going into the 90s. And then in the 2000s, we had the full sport utility vehicles. Now we're going to the crossovers, the station wagon and SUV together. So the trend just keeps on going. So I think maybe we'll get back to like station wagons come, 5 years from now.
I mean, are they still even going to do the minivan?
They're Windstar or something? No, they're not making it anymore.
Holy shit.
Not that I know of, according to what I've read.
No, yeah. I see. I'm big with American stuff on trucks. The cars. See, I know you're not a big fan, but man, I'll tell you what. I know people driving around fucking like 1987 Hondas, still running boxiest little fucking. I mean, a damn tailpipe. I think is like freaking this big. You know the ones I'm talking about, right? Yeah, and they're running good. So, like, when it comes to cars, man, I don't know. I really give it up to those little Hondas and Toyotas of the yesteryear. the way yesteryear. Because they'll just go. I mean, you can't kill them sons of bitches. You'd have to, like, really do something to kill them. And the parts are so stupid cheap to get for them. I mean, stupid cheap. Oh, what is that? Yeah, you need a whole engine? You probably get a whole engine for that thing for freaking, like, $200. Like, I don't know. They're so, but they're abundant. It's not even like, let me get an engine for that. Oh, I don't know where I'm going to get that. Yeah, we got like 20 of them in the back. It's just, I don't know. So when I think of cars, I mean, the Focus, though, I see why they would keep the Focus. That was not in the original report when I read it. There's another, here's a quick little thing. The flamethrowers that were bought, I didn't realize that they were actually going to start being delivered. So in about 2 weeks, they're going to start being personally delivered. By the Boring Company. The what?
With the fire extinguisher.
With a fire extinguisher, right? That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
I should have bought one. The hindsight. I thought it was just going to be a marketing scheme, so I didn't look at it. But once they sold out, I'm like, son of a bitch, I should have bought one. I don't need one.
But I mean, not only is it a come on, but that one looks fucking awesome, man. That looks way cooler than any goddamn flamethrower anyone's ever brought out before. Way cooler.
And for $500, where it can go wrong. Considering the flamethrowers you buy now are about $1,000, $800 to $1,000.
Yeah, they're nowhere near as cool.
A little tank built onto it, and then the reserve pressurizing tank, so it's kind of a World War II looking style.
Yeah, and like I said, and they're nowhere near as cool. Yeah, it's this big bulky thing. I've got a fucking, like, straight up, like, it looks like an assault rifle. It's awesome, man. I wish I had one, too. Okay, let's see. I've got two big last things I need to talk about here. So, PayPal buys Zettel for $2.2 billion so it can be used in more stores. I don't know why I'm excited about that, but for some reason I think I am happy about it. Maybe I can sign in with my PayPal if I didn't have my card. I don't know. I think that there's, for some reason, I'm excited about it, and I don't know why.
There's two things I really use PayPal for. One, when I'm too lazy to pull out the credit card.
Okay.
And two, when I'm buying something that I think is kind of shady and I want the buyer protection on it.
Yeah,
And
and
the ability to do a chargeback and all. But even with that said, my credit cards come with that. So,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I'm like halfway excited about it.
Plus, it's better than like if you actually want to send money to somebody for some reason. It's better than Western Union and all that. You just transfer over.
And last but not least will actually be the part I want to talk about my bike. Um, but this is a big thing. The last big topic is Verizon is testing data caps. People in New York and New Jersey started showing 150 gigs for the smaller plans, like for the lower tier internet people, and the higher tier internet people had 250 gig plans. Fuck you. No. Eat a dick. You don't cap our shit. You hear me, ISPs? You don't cap our shit. Fuck your net neutrality.
Horseshit too. I had to deal with that with Comcast. The thing is Comcast slash Xfinity only does it in certain markets, and guess what? Here is one of the markets. So now because we use more data, I have to pay $50 extra a month to have the unlimited put onto it, more than I was going to spend.
That's bullshit. Fucking
It is.
assholes. Fucking assholes. Oh,
They
that
give
is
me
such
gigabit
shit.
internet. That's the funny thing too. Is my gigabit internet, if it was business gigabit, then I would have unlimited data. But they charge $400 a month for that. So my residential gigabit, I have to pay the extra $50. So I'm paying $230 a month for the shit.
Fucking bullshit, man. It's out of control. And you know what? The only way that needs to be stopped, the only way you can stop it, instead of having a bunch of rules, you need to take away rules. We need to let ISPs have as many fucking ISPs as you want here. You know what? Let's see them try that shit when there's about 3 other providers that'll say, nah, yeah, we'll give you unlimited for this. Let's see how much that shit happens. Competition, baby. We need competition starting in there.
Look where Google Fiber's at. $65 a month. That's it for gigabit.
Yeah.
For the Google Fiber.
Yeah.
And is Comcast or Time Warner or Cox or whoever else in those areas, are they sort of, no, they're going to like, get the fuck out of here. We don't want to deal with you. Google Fiber's winning.
Yeah. No. They're going to get everyone out of there. So, upsetting time as we're coming into this. We're running out of time. So the last part I want to bring up is I figured it out, man. It's like you with the car. Can't stop buying shit for the fucking bike, man. I can't. It's a drug. I just like what do we got? The new shifter? Yeah, look. It's a drug, man. It just you need. Look at that shit. Oh, that looks good. Oh man.
Not even still brand new in the box. I haven't been able to put it in yet.
I can't stop. I'm like, all right, I need to get a dropper post. I need to buy all these tools. I need to have a workstation. I gotta buy this too. You know what? Maybe I need a new helmet. The new helmet's got a cool thing that holds the thing like this. And I got GoPro. I got a GoPro. Holy shit! I just can't stop. I can't stop. It's gonna be a lot of reviews for everyone, but I just can't stop.
You know what else you could use?
What?
One of them little outdoor GPS doohickeys you put on the handlebars. It sits there and track you and see how far you rode and all that.
No, I have that. You know what I do is I use my phone for Map My Ride, and I actually need it. I like it a lot because when you're out in the middle of these woods, you can get very disoriented and thrown around. You have no fucking clue where you are. So, you know, you come out to a trail, you pop open your phone, Map My Ride, boom, and it like is very accurate on detecting which direction you are, which is awesome. Very, very accurate on that, and I've had it get me home so many times. Without any worry. So I use Map My Ride from Under Armour on the phone, and that's the way I do it. Yeah, it can be annoying, but the main point is, even if I lost all my signal, as long as I can get a starting point, even if the line was like this big of my starting point, I can find my starting point, look at where it's telling me I am now relative, and just be like, all right, I can find my way back. So that thing has been a fucking savior. But yeah, I can't stop buying these damn bike parts. And with that said, I think that really wraps up all this show because I have more stuff to do. I even got to do some stuff with videos. I got so much going on tonight. But regardless, this was a good show. I think we had a lot of topics. Great, and this is what we need. Got a little bit of changes on the screen so you can see where to follow me and stuff like that. No one ever comes in and watches anymore because I don't know. It's maybe the timing. Maybe I'm not consistent enough. I don't know. I think we'll be better though. So hopefully more of you will come in and watch us live and have some things to say in the chat room. But overall, I think that's good. We're good to go, and you all have a wonderful night. Don't forget to follow me at Twitter, ReadySetGame87. You can go on Twitch at ReadySetGame87, twitch.tv. Don't forget about that. And then make sure you subscribe to the channel. That's a big thing. Like, favorite, share, comment down below because we all want to say hello. All right, well, that's it for RSG OTC episode 51. That's me and my boy Tooth saying goodbye to you all. So you all have a good night. See you next time.